As you all know, we're living in an increasingly politically turmoiled time. We're seeing growing distrust in government, yet at the same time, there's also an ever-growing bipartisan community committed to using data and evidence to making our federal government as effective and efficient as possible and to improve outcomes for young people, their families, and communities. And that's exactly why we're here today. When Results for America was founded in 2012, we sought to develop a national consensus of the what works architecture that federal agencies needed to have in place in order to be able to invest in what works. And the 4 indexes we've released to date have highlighted the great progress made by federal departments and agencies in building that architecture during the Obama administration. And that's progress which has been highlighted by Democrats and Republicans alike, and which was founded on the commitment to using data and evidence in the G.W. Bush administration. And we'll hear about that in a few minutes. So today, Results for America is proud to unveil our 2016 Federal Invest in What Works Index, an index which establishes a new standard of excellence for evidence-based policymaking within the federal government. Our 2016 index identifies the people, the processes, and the policies necessary for federal agencies to be able to use data and evidence when making budget, policy, and management decisions. Today, we'll hear from OMB Director Sean Donovan, the White House Office of Social Innovation and Civic Participation Director Dave Wilkinson, as well as from the federal leaders who are largely responsible for the fact that the 7 federal departments and agencies in our index are 80% of the way toward meeting the standard of excellence set out in the index. So there's been a lot of great progress over the last several years and last 2 administrations. These leaders come from 5 domestic agencies, so the Administration for Children and Families, the Corporation for National and Community Service, the U.S. Department of Education, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and the U.S. Department of Labor. 2 foreign assistant agencies are also represented today, the Millennium Challenge Corporation and U.S. Agency for International Development. But before we hear from these inspiring leaders, I'd like to welcome to the stage one of our key nonprofit partners whose team helped us organize and host today's event. Please help me welcome Jeb Herbst, the CEO of the Newseum, for some welcoming remarks.
Well, thank you and good morning. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the Newseum. If you haven't visited us recently, we have some new exhibits. We rebooted our FBI exhibit in December to focus on cybercrime and the tensions between encryption and privacy, issues we thought important. We didn't know quite how important they would become when we were planning that a year ago. And just on Friday, we opened up our new CNN Elections 2016 Share, Elect, Vote that focuses, along with our technology partners, Signal Labs, Pivot, Facebook, and Instagram, on the use of data in the 2016 election. I'm sure you'd find that very interesting. We also use our convening power to bring together constituencies to discuss difficult issues regarding First Amendment freedoms through a variety of programs. And finally, we have an educational department which reaches about 3 million school children each year, mainly via digital outreach. We provide them with lesson plans on issues regarding freedom and also digital literacy, how to use the vast World Wide Web for good. It's a pleasure, of course, to partner today with Results for America, a free people being able to use publicly available information to understand how their government works and how government can do better is, I think, an outstanding example of the use of our First Amendment freedoms in practice. And we're really delighted to be able to partner not only with Results for America, but with all of you on this very important exploration. There is a lot of debate, of course, in Washington and around the country about government, about what government does. And I think that the work you are doing, getting into the weeds at some time, to use data and information that's publicly available and that citizens can also observe is absolutely important, and I think would give confidence to many citizens across the country if they knew about your efforts. So again, welcome. Delighted you're at the Newseum today. If you have a chance today or in the near future, please visit us. And of course, we look forward to working with you on how an informed citizenry can best understand its government. Thanks very much.